Thank you. I'd like to speak to you from a parent's point of view. My name is Dave McDonnell. I've had 5 children through this school over 17 years. I'm a past board person. I've been on the board for 6 years. I was a previous board chair. This school has a passion about it that no other school that I actually am aware of in Christchurch has actually got. I'm sure there are other schools, but this school for us was certainly the place for our children to be educated. My children were here during the late 1990s and in the early part of this century, and I can tell you that I think that they've all gone on to university education. Some have done other things, but they've all been well grounded in their education from here. I think that from a parental point of view, when I was here, we didn't really. We were just getting into the multicultural aspect of this community. There were some Maori families here, and we were starting to take some refugee families into this community. That has grown since I've actually left, and I know that that's actually been one of the strengths. I've heard a lot of speakers today talk about the Maori aspect of this school and the refugee element, which is now in this school and there. I know that from my friends who are still here that everybody in this school, whether you are Maori or Pākehā or you come from whatever cultural background you come from, we have all grown together in this environment. And this school has actually been a really strong developer and has been leading that growth. And so I hear a lot of speakers talk about the development of the multicultural aspect of this, but from my aspect, there are very good educational outcomes for everybody in this school, and there always have been. I think there are 2 issues in respect to the closure of Aorangi School, and there's probably an emotional issue about it, and there is also the financial issue as well. I'd like to talk to both of those issues if I could. I think from the financial issue, I look around the school and I really wonder how. I understand the figure of 2 million, 2.5 million is bandied about to bring the school up to speed in terms of what it actually requires. I ask the question of myself is, how did it get to that state that it actually needs $2.5 million spent on it to actually do that? Either the previous boards or this board has been derelict in in looking at the buildings in respect of what it's been doing, and I know that hasn't actually been the case. So I think there is some responsibility on the ministry in terms of providing financial outcome in this respect for the school. In terms of the size of the school has always struggled around, not struggled, but it's been around about 85 to 110, 115 pupils has been sort of the maximum role at the school, certainly in the time that I was involved with the school and on the board. The size of the school is not a reason for closing the school at all. In fact, the size of the school is a reason to celebrate its differences that it brings into this community, and it is the reason why a lot of people actually bring their children to the school because of the size of it. The catchment area for this school borders Island Road, Wairiki Road, Clyde Road, and at the other end Greers Road. And it is, I've heard the previous speaker talk about being a sort of microcosm, and that's really what it is. The people who live in that area, and we do have children who come from the other side of Wairiki Road, and I talked about that in a moment as well. This area is a microcosm actually, and there is a unique blend of people and a unique blend of socio-economic values and people's socio-economic finances in this particular area. I think the school offers the community it's a great thing to have people who have got the Fennelton Road end of the school, if you like, and the people who live down this other end, and they're all children come together. And I found in the time that we were here over 17 years that we built many friendships, and the community aspect of the school was absolutely amazing. This school is the centre of this community, and it has been for a long time, and it will be in the years to come as well. The communities change, and there are a lot of new immigrants coming into this area as well. And I've heard a lot of speakers. I'm not going to talk about that anymore, because only to say that I know that we're all strengthened by that. And I heard the previous speaker talking about how this is the new New Zealand, and this is true. This school is a microcosm of the new New Zealand, and this is where we need to be going forward. And this will be the new face of teaching, and this will be the new face of new communities in the future. Just going a little bit further about the catchment area of the school. The school is bordered by those main roads. When I was here with my children, we had a little boy who was knocked over on Aorangi Road. I don't know, some of you who were here in those days may remember. And he spent many months in hospital, in actual fact. We've had other children knocked over on the road, on Aorangi Road as well, but not so seriously hurt. We've had children knocked over on Clyde Road. People who, at this school actually, if this school is moved, it means that those children have to actually cross some quite busy roads, where they go to Aorangi Road, where they go down to Fennelton, or I know they can get to Burnside from the Greers Road side, and there is an entrance there. But I heard a little boy get up before and say, I can walk to school. In this sort of community, walking to school is very, very important. It's very important for little kids, and we should not actually forget about that. The cost of relocating, if the school is closed, the cost of relocating children to other schools, I don't know how much that's going to actually cost. There will need to be more classrooms provided, of course. The teachers will need to move, or there need to be new teachers come in to teach those children. Teachers will move, and this school community will actually lose as well. But the cost of that needs to be considered against the cost of keeping the school open as well. The $2 million that we're talking about and cost of education is actually chicken feed. We're prepared to spend $9 million on an anti-smacking referendum, which probably won't even have a positive or any sort of outcome at the end of the day. To spend $2 million on refurbishing this school and getting the school back up to speed is a small cost to pay for this community. I heard somebody talks previously about the passion for the school. And all the time that we've been at this school, I would say the teachers here, the principals, have all been amazingly passionate about this school. The amount of parental involvement which has been involved, the parents and friends on the board, support for the school has been absolutely amazing. And you know, I know that other schools get a lot of parental support, but you know, I think having that sort of passion and the parental involvement in the school, parental involvement with teaching, helping out in the teaching, going on school class trips and all that sort of stuff, has been really great. I'd probably like to finish by saying that there is, at the end of the day, there's the emotional side of this, and there is the financial side. And the government will decide, I suppose, probably on the financial side. But I think the passion for education that this school has got, the passion of the teachers, of the parents, the pupils and the past pupils, and I've heard a lot of past pupils speak this afternoon, the new community which is in this area, and this school which actually reflects that, and the educational outcomes that come from the school for both Māori, for new immigrants and for Pākehā is absolutely amazing. And I think that to close the school would actually be a result of the ministry letting this community and this school down, totally.